Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Forrest Walker here. Welcome back to another live stream. I know that I said I was going to be doing another live stream tomorrow night playing more Pokemon Violet, but I just decided that, you know what, after going through all the hassle, going through some of the crazy things that I went through today, I figured why not just sit back, relax, enjoy some potential fun times with some friends and anybody that, friends, lurkers, and everybody in between, you know? Um, but yeah. So, so there were, as you may have known,
Welcome back.
okay, I don't know why I put my TV on. But wait, so as you know, I had to deal with a certain event that took place in regard to my family. But yeah, that was yesterday. Well, technically, today it was the day before yesterday because it is 1 a.m. Eastern time, which means it is officially Monday, the 12th of December. How lovely! Oh, and I also did want to do a little bit of showing some stuff off here. Uh, for anybody that may be interested in looking at what this is, looking at these figurines that I have here. Yeah, so let me show you these little figurines. I might show them off a little bit for anybody that wants to see them. But here we go. We have a little miniature Charizard figurine right here. Real small, real cute, real cuddly. Hey, David, how you doing tonight? Next up, we have bigger size Charmeleon. Yep, there's the Charmeleon. And because of that, we gotta show this boy off here. We have to show him off for obvious reasons. Here we go. We got Charizard. There you go. Yep. But yeah. Uh, yeah. So much has happened, but there were a few things that I'm glad. How you been? How's everything? I am doing pretty good. My family's doing good. And I know you're gonna be asking about it at some point soon. Your doggo's doing good as well. No issues ever since when I told you about the one day. We're not going to talk about it on the stream because that's between you and I, but I'm just saying that right now just because you're here. Might as well say something about that, right? But anyway, so yeah, the one thing I want to. So yeah, there were a few things that I wanted to discuss in this chill stream. So it's really going to be part chill, so it's really going to be like part chill, part serious, because there were a few things that have happened since the last chill stream that I did about a month or two ago, if I had to guess. Um, so, so the first and foremost, uh, it's a bit of an update ever since I talked about that moment of the four friends being impersonated by somebody. Uh, by whoever was impersonating any of them. Nothing has ever happened really. Just checking the Merry Christmas by the way. And Merry Christmas to you too, David. Um, but yeah, ever since that video came out, I haven't had any issues in regard to that at the moment. Um, there was one stream in particular, but it wasn't that bad. Like it was bad, but it wasn't. But ever since then, it wasn't really the worst I've experienced. Like, yeah, it was kind of bad, but it wasn't, uh, it wasn't enough. It wasn't something that my mods and I couldn't handle. Shout out to Cubs player and Ballamatic, by the way, with that. Um, But yeah, that was something I went to. That we found the forest. We found the trolls. Oh crap! Were they living under bridges the whole time? I know I should be taking it serious, but sometimes it's fun to poke fun at the trolls. You know. You found the trolls, ancient one. Nice. Let's see. Ancient one was in my Bolomatic. I freaking knew it. Bolomatic. Welcome. Also, that's another troll that lives under a bridge. Should I make Ancient One a mod? Should I make the real Ancient One a moderator if they ever... I can actually do that because I know they were involved in the one raid that Azalea or Lightning Farron did the other night for me. So, yeah. That's funny. It's funny how that happens when I'm talking about updating that. Don't mind the background noise, that's family member. Yeah. See, now I know when the real Bolomatic is here. When Bolomatic is here. Because now with the moderator, with the blue wrench on him, that would tell me when exactly Bolomatic is here and when there's a fake. That's a funny thing that I always find really hilarious when people try to fake being someone else, but then they forget, but then they don't realize that they're like, in my case, I'm a member of so many other people's streams that if somebody were to pretend to be me in a number of those streams, they would instantly know it was a fake because first off, people tend to misspell my first and last name. Whoa, 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 get out of there with the... Okay, I didn't mean to unhide him. Hide! The character, yes, okay. Yep. I didn't mean to unhide them. How dare they?
Did you hear me?
Yes, I heard you.
Okay. Just making sure.
Well, I knew what you were saying. Well, you don't have to. I knew you was telling me to keep it on the fire like I always have to when you go to bed. I did it. I know that I had to do it. I wasn't over here while I talked to their family, and I noticed there's this book, I believe it's called Stephen King's It, right over here. Anyway, so that leads there was another thing that I was seeing that was going on, that I've been seeing going on so much on YouTube and mainly Twitter, but also YouTube pretty much. Yeah. Well, see, we're starting on a positive note. First we have a fake ancient one. Then we had somebody spell what I'm going to presume was the N-word. And then we had somebody with a not so appropriate name as their username. Starting on a good note, aren't we? Dude, that's so messed up. So, the one thing, so anyway, now that I gave the bots like their 1 minute of fame, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have fun with this because it's supposed to be a chill stream, and we got three people being hidden already because they're trying to get the better of me when it's not gonna work. You know, at this point, I know, Jeffro. Yeah, I get it. I shouldn't, but it's so annoying. But I try not to let him get the better of me. You know, I try not to. But anyway, there was something that I wanted to talk about as well, and I've been seeing it more often. I've been seeing it on YouTube. And I've been on Twitter. I almost said Twitch, but I haven't been on Twitch in a while. Live streaming or watching other people on Twitch. I haven't been on there in a while. But anyway, so one thing that I keep noticing is people, and because it's the internet and people love to hide behind the power of anonymity, I have been constantly seeing and or hearing about drama. So we're going to add another rule to this channel because I think it's something that needs to be discussed here. Anybody, I don't care who it is, anybody deciding to come up into this stream or any other stream in general from here on in, trying to start drama will be instantly timed out. And if you continue to start the drama, you continue the drama, you will be auto-banned. And yes, the same rule applies for the moderators. Even though I know even though the people I designated as moderators are smart enough not to do that, I'm just stating as a record. I'm just stating for the record. If anybody does it, they will be punished. I have no issues doing that with anybody for that matter at all. So yeah, that's my 2 cents there. And honestly, people just need to stop pulling any kind of drama. Hold on a second.
Okay, we're done with the drama, and lower your tone. Good night.
It wasn't even involving family drama, although I wouldn't be bringing it up. Anyway. So, yeah, there's my 2 cents. Try not to... Anybody starting drama will not be met with a good time. Will be met with the timer and then the hammer. That's what's going to happen. And I'm pretty sure I'm just saying for the record that's what's going to happen because I've seen enough of it and it's getting old. And the internet needs to stop being a place where people can just be like, well, I'm going to be... The funny thing, what I find hilarious with people that think of doing this, are that they feel like, well, because I'm hidden behind anonymity, because I'm using a username or whatever you want to call something that's like that. They keep forgetting that that people using the right tools can actually locate you. Now, would I ever recommend it? Now, would I allow that kind of thing? Probably not, because personally, unless it involves somebody who did something really, really, really wrong, and then I would be thinking, oh, if they want to play that game, we can play this game too, bro. I just hear somebody laughing in the background. I don't know if that was my dad, but I heard somebody laughing in the background. Anyway, but yeah, that was another thing that I wanted to talk about. Anything else? Let's show something positive. I already showed this off before, but I'm going to show it off again just because I want to show some positive vibes. The day before yesterday, I bought a 3-pack Pokemon figurine set just because I thought the evolutionary line looked really cool based on what I've seen. So let's show you what they look like. We got the Charmander. Need to show it better. We got the little Charmander. Pokemon look like if this arm was a little bit higher, it looked like it was dabbing. Anyway. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist talking about that. Then we got the Charmeleon, second evolution. What I find hilarious is that we go from orange to red with one hump in the back, with the claws being more obvious now, especially on the hands, to going back to the orange color and having 2 humps on the back of his head with wings on it. Why would you have your Pokemon go from orange to red, then back to orange, when you might as well just left it to be orange in the first place, if that's how you're going to be? Personally, I think Charizard would look better with the darker shade of red than orange. I mean, he already looks cool with the shiny form of him being black, but still, I'm just saying. And the fact that I actually have him right next to my other dragon statue right here. Look at this thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, I also wanted to talk about what my thoughts on Wave 3 of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I actually did want to talk about that too. Personally, I actually liked every track there. So yeah, this is going to be a conversation that some people can be involved in, by the way. Wave 3 had a good amount of tracks that I really, really liked. The only track that I really couldn't get too behind was Merry Mountain, but honestly, I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it, a little bit of good time, because there's some good moments to it. But I think out of all of them, it's the worst one. But nothing has yet to top the worst track of the Waves, Ninja Hideaway. I do not like that track, even though I'm actually doing better on it. I still don't like it. Because past experience can be sometimes past experiences can be problematic. That's how it is. That's how it can be sometimes. Um, but yeah, anybody that's wanting to talk about it, what do you guys think of Wave 3? What did you guys think of it? My personal favorite track from Wave 3, because I feel like somebody's gonna be asking, 3DS Rainbow Road 100%. The best track of Wave 3 and of all the waves in general. The problem, the crazy part is because of how many Hey John Pika, how you doing tonight? I hope that anybody that's coming in with a gray background, I hope you guys understand. Even if you're someone that I've known for a while, just know that I'm going to be a little bit skeptical because here recently, this ain't against anybody in particular, but here recently I've been dealing with a lot of troll accounts and or impersonators. And I'm doing good, John Pika. Thank you for asking. You actually just missed it. I showed off these figurines that I got that I bought on Amazon earlier today, a couple of days ago. Charmander, I'm going to show them one more time. Charmander, as I said before, if this arm was a little bit further up, it would look like he was dabbing. He's dabbing on them haters. Or the people that call him overrated. Next, you have... Oh, dude, have you had that too? The troll impersonators? It's crazy. Yep. I've had to deal with them. Ballomatic, I don't know if he's still here, but Ballomatic can attest to that. Then we got the Charmeleon. And I'm pretty sure you know what I'm about to show next if you've seen the other two. I gotta show him, can't leave him hanging. Charizard. Yep. Yep, that's what I got. Yep. You know what's very ironic though? I got the Charizard, the Charmander line, yet I'm a fan of Squirtle. I like the Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, but I just like the Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise a little bit more. But I still like them. I still like all of them equally. And earlier tonight I was playing some Pokemon Violet. I was doing some post-game stuff. I got 4 things done there. I did 3 gyms and 1 Team Star boss rematch. Iona was just as challenging as she was the last time we fought. I'm looking forward to Rhyme, seeing if I can actually not take her down. Because I expect a fight from her too. Uh, but yeah, this is actually the first game I think where maybe just maybe we don't do a rematch with the Elite Four. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure that may not be the case. But if it is the case, whatever. If it isn't, I'm still happy for it one way or the other. Even though currently I still have yet to finish Pokemon Shining Pearl, I need to get back into that game to finish it. I really need to get back into Legends Arceus because I really have not played that game in a while at all. But I love those games, and I'm actually thinking about getting Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, one of those two copies of the game. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about. The soup. Oh, let's talk about the Game Awards for a little bit, too, while we're at it. Let's talk about, actually, I actually wanted to talk about the Game Awards uh, for both, um, for both the nominees that won the award, as well as the incident that took place near at the end of the war at the end of the award show with it. So let's take a look at everything here. So we're gonna go from let me see something here. I'm gonna go from bottom to the top here. If I don't know anything about them, I'm just gonna skip them. I don't do esports, so we're skipping the esports stuff. Debut indie game. Stray won that one. That's another game I need to get back into is Stray. I have yet to finish that game, but I've enjoyed what I played thus far. VR game. I have not played any VR games recently. Strategy game. I haven't played any one of them. Independent games. Stray. I've already talked about that. I've heard of Sifu and some of Tunic, and I've also heard of Cult of the Lamb, mainly because the VTuber community was talking about it more than anyone else. I've heard of TMNT, Shredder's Revenge, never played it. I've heard of Sifu, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, or Modern Warfare 2, and I've heard of Bayonetta 3, but never played any of them. Heard of Elden Ring, never played it. Heard of Plague Tale Requiem, never played it. Heard of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, never played it. I am currently playing the original 2018 version of God of War before I purchased God of War Ragnarok. I already talked about what I need to talk about there. Esports game, I don't really get involved in that sort of thing. Well, actually, you know what? We can just go right into the one thing that took place there. Everybody probably knows about it. Some kid, some guy, some young man decided to interrupt the people that won the Game of the Year award, which I believe was God of War Ragnarok. And this young man decided to interfere, to interrupt it for God knows what reason. And for some reason brought up Bill Clinton. Of all the names you could have brought up, why did you bring up the name of a man who has not really been relevant since the 2000s at the latest? I mean, unless you want to bring up his wife, but even again, she hasn't been relevant in any way, shape, or form ever since 2016. Yeah. But we're not going to talk about politics. That's another thing I don't like talking about here. Why do you think I stopped playing NASCAR Heat 5? Because it involves political stuff, and I hate political things. Even though I know I have to do career, even though I would want to do career mode. The only problem is, one of the cars in the game involves political things, and I don't want to get involved in that. So yeah, there's that whole ordeal there. What else could I talk about? Well, personally for me with that young man, if we're being honest, he made the worst decision of his life thinking he could do that. Yeah, that was a dumb decision on his part. As far as I've heard, he was taken aside. I don't know if he was arrested or not, but I know he was taken aside, and sometimes political topics doesn't make sense, but I just hear it out when I have to. Oh, LA stuff. Oh, hey YouTube! Thank you for letting me know Star Fox was in the house. Thank you for that. How you doing tonight, Star Fox? Oh man. So yeah, that young man, I don't know why he brought up Bill Clinton. I don't know why he just decided to. Hey Kristen, how you doing tonight? So I don't know why why he decided to bring up Bill Clinton. But I didn't even know what was going on, just like everybody else. Heck, I wasn't even watching the Game Awards because I was busy playing Pokemon Violet, and then I heard later on about what happened after my stream that night was over, and I was thinking like, what kind of person, troll, idiot. I'm not gonna go any further than that, but what kind of person would want to do that? Knowing full well they're not gonna do anything there. But yeah, that was just dumb on his part, honestly. Like, it was obviously one of the tension, and apparently, according to Kotaku, that wasn't his first rodeo of being an attention seeker, pretty much. Yeah, I don't know why he thought it was a good idea to be an attention seeker, but I digress. Yeah, I just think he was just an idiot for doing that, really. We also have the new hide and seek of Among Us. I would want to stream Among Us hide and seek, but then again, that goes back to what I've been dealing with for so long now, and that is lack of viewership means lack of interactivity, which means lack of multiplayer games, which means lack of viewership. That's pretty much what it boils down to. So, but yeah, I have enjoyed playing that. It's really fun, kind of scary. I really think they should have released that update in October because it would have fit so much into the Halloween season more than the Christmas season. But I digress. Even though personally it made sense with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC Wave 3 because the first track had Boo Lake, which I consider a Halloween track, whereas you also had Merry Mountain, which is a Christmas track. But yeah, it's getting close to that day too, by the way. We are now, let's see, it is the 12th. Yesterday we were 2 weeks away from Christmas. Now we are 13 days away from the Christmas season. 12 days away from Christmas Eve. Man, this year has gone by quick. At least for me it has. And I could honestly look back at what a year I've had on this channel. 13? Wow. Yep, it's that quick. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. We're just going through the month of December like wildfire. Hey, we've been going through this year like wildfire. Jeez, man. Let's put it to you this way. This year for me has been full of ups and downs, just like a number of other people. I won't say how many people, but I'm pretty sure a number of us have had our own fair shares of ups and downs. I would say for me, without the personal side of things, because the biggest down that I had to deal with this year was from personal things that happened. Uh, One of the things that I wanted to talk about were the amount of raids that I've had this year. I've had so many raids compared to how many I've had. I've had, like, the raid started late last year, with my first raid being from Azalea 22. But I had so many raids this year, it's so crazy. I've had Azalea raid me, I want to say 3 to 5 times. I've had Tom Leo raid me about 2 or 3 times at least. I've had Sir Ralphenstein raid me at least twice. Um, I've had Oscar raid me 2 or 3 times himself. I've had Lightning Farron just the other day raided me for the first time ever. And I was honestly surprised on that one. I was actually a bit surprised because, you know, well, actually, I can't really get too into that because that might get me in a bit of trouble. But either way, yeah, I appreciate each and every person who have rated me, uh, over this past year from January 1st, as we are nearly the end of December of 2022. Lightning Fair, let's go! Haha! Yeah, dude. You know, honestly, whenever somebody rates me for the first time ever, I'm just instantly like, what? Wow, okay. Although with Azalea rating me, she and Lightning actually rated me nearly at the same time. She came for Azalea came first, Lightning came afterward. But I was like, but in my head, Azalea and I go back about a year, right? But because of what I was doing that night, I was playing Pokemon Violet, and I was near the end of the game. I had to try to. I was like, Azalea, I appreciate the raid, but you should have raided somebody else because I'm playing so far ahead of you. She, as far as my knowledge goes, is past the second or third gym. She's past she's past the Iono, who is still just as challenging in the post game as she was in the main game. I tell you. But yeah, that was my thought. I'm like, that was my thought. And honestly, I actually should give thanks to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe now that I think about it, because if you look at the numbers of my viewer count, when it comes to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe recently, and I'm mainly guessing it's because of Wave 3 coming out recently, it's actually helped me out. Currently, I'm sitting at 550, and based on my last count, it's 555 subscribers. If I actually, and I swear to God, I'll be honest with everybody here, if I actually make it to 600 subscribers by year's end, I would trip. Seriously, I would be so amazed that it's not even funny. Because it's actually been more at a slower pace recently, compared to how I was at 300. Like when I did my Pokemon cards collection, I might actually do another stream where I show off all the cards that I collected over the years, including this year. I might do that again just to see how that would work. But because of that stream of me just showing off my Pokemon cards, that has gotten 2.4k views, and it gave me 200 plus subscribers in a span of a week. When I saw that, to me, that is my favorite video currently right now. Because when I seen the number, when I first seen it, I was like, okay, it's gonna be a slow number. It is a long stream, a long VOD, so I don't expect people to watch it. And then the numbers started piling up. I kept getting notifications about comments, being notified that I obtained a new subscriber. I looked at it so much that I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then it clicked, and that's when that video came into my head. I'm like, that video helped me out so much that I've actually started trying to do those those opening streams. With my last one being about a month or two ago, I actually have a throne where it has the most recent booster pack available. Uh, so if anybody wants to help out with that, uh, I have the link to the throne is in my community tab. Just gotta scroll down a little bit, but it's there. Um, and I do know that they're coming out with another TCG pack. This time this will be this one that just came out about a month or two ago. Um, that one will be the last one for Sword and Shield. This one will be for Scarlet and Violet. It's going to be coming out in January for Japan, I believe. I believe it's in January of 2023, but for the US it'll be coming out in March of next year. So, we got a few months to get hyped for it, and I got a few months to try to save up for it. Because I really want to do a booster pack opening of the very first Scarlet and Violet, and see what crazy pulls, if any crazy pulls, we get. Let's see what else. I can't think of anything else to talk about. If anybody has any questions or comments that they think they would like to hear my 2 cents in, you guys are more than welcome to do that too, by the way. Because, sometimes I may have no idea what else to talk about, and then somebody be like, oh, well, da 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 da, and I'm like, oh, okay, I got you there, and then we talk about that too, right? um, but yeah. But yeah, this year has been a good year for me, a lot better than last year. And I don't know whether to say I'm looking forward to next year or not, because you never know what next year is going to bring us. We don't know what's going to happen. Did you hear the new Pokemon cards will have a different border design? Yes, I did. I believe they said they're changing it from the yellow border that they used, and they're going with the gray border. The ones we always have Pokemon cards with the yellow border. Yep. And they're changing it to a gray border to fit with the Japanese cards, if I remember correctly. Personally, I didn't really care. I don't really care which way or the other they choose to color. Nobody really cares about the border color, unless otherwise stated. Like for an example, like with the color border, like I remember how the yellow border used to be bigger, and then they shortened it, and now they're changing the color. Crazy? Not really, but okay. I can't. Just kidding. Well, yeah, John Peter caring a little too much over here about some Pokemon cards. That's funny. That's funny though. Excuse me. Uh, right now, oh, I wanted to bring this up too. Scarlet and Violet. People still not really liking that game right now because, you know, I played that game earlier today. This is the first. I actually had my first little glitch that took place. I didn't know what was going on with it, but it's there if anybody. Well, it's gonna be there when the VOD gets uploaded. If anybody wants, whenever the VOD gets uploaded, it will be there. But what happened with this glitch was I was on the crater, the Paldean crater that they had. That you go to deal with the final bit of the main story. Um, yeah, a little bit of spoilers, but I'm not really going to talk about the big plot events in case anybody here has or wants to play Scarlet and Violet and have not gotten to that part yet. For those who already have it, but yeah, but what happened was I was on my way to the bug type gym for the rematch. It was either the bug or the grass, I don't know. But what happened was I was on the mountain crater for the Paldea crater, and what happened was I ran into a Garchomp, and something happened. The game froze for a little bit, and then it came back. It did the battle animation. You know, it did the okay. We're about to commence this battle type of animation for Garchomp, and then it showed my Talonflame inside with with its wing with one of its wings clipping into the mountain. I don't know how that happened. I don't know why it happened, but it happened. But yeah, that happened, and I was just like, okay then. I didn't really react like, oh my god, this glitch happened. This game trash. Yeah, I didn't do that. Personally, I think for more than see, even though I know it has its fair share of glitches, I actually think Scarlet and Violet are, by storyline and music wise, is one of the better Pokemon games of all time. Yes, it has its fair share of glitches, but personally, I prefer regular glitches than the game breaking kind. You know what I mean? Because see, I think like that because of the fact that some glitches can be really funny, but game breaking glitches tend to be really old and annoying, and it's like, oh my god, just this glitch again. Can we just stop with that game breaking bug? Be like that. Uh, but yeah, personally, if I were to rate Scarlet and Violet out of 10 right now, I would give it an 8.5 still. Because right now, currently, it's right next to Pokemon X and Y as one of my favorite, as my favorite Pokemon game, and it's come a very close second with X and Y. I would not. I mean, hell, the funny thing is with X and Y, when that game first came out, I still remember this moment like it was yesterday. I went to GameStop and I traded in a few games that I didn't really play with at the time. And I just looked over to the 3DS games and I went and picked out Pokemon Y because that was the version out of the two of them that I wanted. So I picked Pokemon Y, and then they said, "Well, do you want something else?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And they said, "Well, you actually have a little bit more. You still have some more money. Do you want to spend it now or wait till later?" Then I asked, "Well, how much money do I have left?" And they told me the amount, and surprisingly, I actually had enough money to get both Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. That region, it will forever be the very first time I have ever bought both versions of what is essentially the same game. Yes, that's what happened. I bought both versions of the game. I enjoyed it so much, and honestly, Team Flare is one of my favorite teams because at least when you deal with them, they at least do it in style. You know, they really they really mean they literally are the definition of business because that's all they wore, business suits. Even the ladies were wearing more business suits than what you would call a working dress, if there is even such a thing. But yeah, that was my first time I ever bought Pokemon X and Y. That was the first time I ever bought two copies of two versions of what is essentially the same game. And no, I had no regrets doing it. But because I had the what was it? It was this thing that was like an actual replay kind of thing. But it was more where you had to plug it into the computer. Yeah, you had to plug the thing into the computer, then you put the cartridge in the other slot for it to work. But if you do too many, if you try to put too many codes in at one time, and I know this from experience, that data would corrupt your data, and you would have to restart it. And I learned that lesson the hard way because Pokemon Y. And you know the funny thing, the thing with that was, when I was playing it, I literally named all my Pokemon. I nicknamed them something like Blank of God. So basically, Bird of God, uh, Fox of God, something like that, right? Fire God, Water God, whatever. I was into that back then. I don't know what made me do it, but back then that's what I did. Um, but yeah, that's what happened. Um, did I enjoy those games? Yes, I did. Out of all the games that I played, I've only played Sapphire, Diamond, Platinum, Black. No, wait. No, Pokemon White, and then Pokemon Black 2, and then Pokemon X and Y, then Pokemon Moon, and then Pokemon Sword, then Pokemon Legends Arceus, and now Pokemon Violet. Uh, and currently I'm thinking of, I'm thinking of potentially doing a giveaway for Pokemon Scarlet or Violet if anybody wants to partake in that. Uh, I wanted to do it when I got paid last week, but because I had family to buy for Christmas, I decided, well, if I have enough money, I'll actually do the giveaway and give away two copies of a person's choice of either Scarlet or Violet for the Switch, because I know that game is so much, uh, you know, because I know that game is so sought after currently for Pokemon fans. Personally, I enjoyed it. Like I said before, I think it's a good game. You know, if you had a little bit of issues with it, and that's probably why you don't like it, that's fine too. You know, I'm not gonna be the type that's like, you are a liar. This game is the bomb. Well, this is what happened to me. You lying. It never happened to you. How would you know you weren't even there? Because I know the game, man. You did that on your own, and then it's like, um, guy, it's just a video game. Would you kindly calm down? Jeez. You know, that's what it would be like. Oh, man. Starting to get tired. Huh. Is there anything I wanted to talk about before I potentially end the stream? Because right now I'm getting tired that I might just end it. And then potentially go on a raid if anybody wants to partake in one. Um, hmm. Let's see here. I can't really think of one right now. outside of the fact that I think Who Framed Roger Rabbit should probably be more of a PG-13 movie than a rated PG movie nowadays. Because what was considered fine and dandy for kids back in the 80s, not so much nowadays. I'm pretty sure nowadays, certain parents would be having a field day with Jessica Rabbit, while the guys are like, oh, don't go too crazy. She's a wonderful lady. You don't know her like we do. Like, yeah, whatever. And there's, that whole back and forth conversation there. And when I say conversation, I don't mean like a conversation. I mean like, we're probably gonna. I had this thought in my head, now I completely lost it. I guess that tells you something. Alright. You know what? You know what? I actually think, even though it's not even been an hour, I think I talked about all that I wanted to talk about. Probably might be missing a few things, but I'll talk about them at a later point if I bring them up. So, we're going for a raid. If anybody wants to partake in one, we're going to go for a raid. Let's see who we got. We have... This person has enough viewers. This person has enough viewers. That has enough. Alright. You know what? I just thought of the... Oh wait, hold on a second. Wrong one. So, this is actually the first time I think this is actually going to be the first time I rated this person. So... We are going to raid Light Gazer. Oh, I accidentally clicked out of my own stream. Playing this Gaia 5. I don't think anybody... I never really played that game, and I'm not sure how about that. So, if you don't know what so for those of you who don't know what a raid is, so the link that I've just sent in the chat is the link that we'll be going to. Don't go there yet, because we need to do the hashtag, in case anybody's like, okay, I'll see you there, and then it's like, well, you gotta do the hashtag first. So the comment that I just posted is the hashtag. That is the hashtag right there. Hashtag freaking raid. Do not spam it. Be there for him at least 5 minutes. And then, if you like what you see, and let me tell you, I'm going to give you guys a fair warning. Light Gazer is going to be the realest person, probably the realest person you will ever meet. Ever. I would know. I know the man. Why else would I be choosing to do... Why would I decide to choose him? Jeez, that was a terrible word. God, jeez. Now I know how Azalea feels every time when I mess up on a word. Apparently, I got zombie brain too. Anyway, so there's the hashtag. Put that in the stream. Be there for 5 minutes. You don't have to, and if you want to, go ahead. Like the stream and subscribe to Light Gazer. It's not mandatory, but it is. But it does help him out. It does help him out some. Just don't be the type to go back to unsubscribing or unliking and then disliking his channel, because that's not going to end well for him. Really, because it's going to hurt his channel. But with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for me here tonight. Tomorrow night, like I said in the last stream, I will be going live with Pokemon Violet, playing some more of it, finishing up some more of the post-game rematches that we can do. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And until next time, this is Forrest Walpole signing off.